Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to Transport Fever. In the previous episode, we came up with this beautiful flying junction. I think it's what it's called, or flyover, to put it simply. We have like a flyover which goes through this main line, and it goes over again, and another track goes under. It's just beautiful, and it works perfectly. So minimal waiting times now for trains. You can see no trains waiting in there. It's perfect. It might look a bit complicated, but it's essential. If you remember the previous setup we had, that was simple, but it was very inefficient as well. So it's much better this way. You can see though that there are a lot of waiting passengers in here. I've had a couple of comments from you guys, and you wanted to upgrade this a bit. You wanted to upgrade the train station and you wanted to upgrade the buses. So when these trains leave, I think what we can do is we can upgrade this. Have a bit of a more flashy terminal here. After all, Rothbury is becoming a very large city and it's connecting the south and the central area. So I think it's worth to have a nice station for it. Something like having a roof which is a bit more fancy. Crap. Okay, maybe not. Never mind then. I don't want to destroy this humongous building right here. It's like the tallest building I've seen in the game, I think. 2099? I don't know. Residence 232. It's a residential building. Can you imagine that? So let's leave it that way. Yeah, and look at all the people in here. You guys said I had old buses in this line in my Rothbury network. Oh yes, I do. What the heck? This is like, what year is this? Wait a minute. Let's have a look here. This is a 1970 bus, so we have like a very vintage line here. We can make an excuse and say that it was intentional, but not really. And we can also expand the network here. Actually, we only have one line. We can actually make two lines here just to increase the scope of things. So we stop over here. We can actually go and make that the first stop. What's the direction here anyway? It's counterclockwise, I think, more or less. Yeah, it's counterclockwise. So if it's counterclockwise, then it can start at the Rothbury transfer. Let's add some stops. Yeah, in this episode we'll just do a bit of cleanup and then we'll finish the southern line, right guys? If you remember, we were still missing a couple of lines there. So let's go and add a stop here. Should be okay. We'll also need some bus lanes probably, but that might wreck things. And let's connect here to this small street here. Maybe over there. That will make us miss this entire street though. Let me think about it. It might be beneficial to have just a small station in here then. And then this one we can actually move over a bit. I cannot add something there. Maybe I have to remove these first. Yeah, now I can place it a little bit to the right. Like that. It's a bit close, but it should be fine. So let's add stops 2, 3, 4, and we remove stops 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, we remove 5, 6, and 7. So we remove 7, 6, 5. There you go. So now it goes through that way. Goes around instead of going back in, we can actually go around this entire residential area as well. So we can add some, let's let that play. We can add some, where's the last bus stop? Here. So 9 can be actually here. Then we can have one over at this place. We can go over and stop here next. And then the next one can be that one, I guess. Or we can have one more here, probably. A bit close, but I think it will do. Right, so we say stop after that one, add 9, 10, 11, and 12, and we remove 13, 14, and 15. So 15, 14, and 13. There we go. So that's how the lines look now. It goes around more, and I think it looks good overall. So it's not going to be a straight path, but it should reach the city a wider audience mainly. And later on we can improve the bus lanes again. For now though, I think it's good. We can actually add bus lanes now. Yeah, because these ones have them, and we don't have them anymore in the other new areas. So let's add that. Large street, bus lane, yes, and then upgrade. Let's say the lines are going there. So let's add one here. There. It crosses over to this place. Crosses there. Go straight. Crap, doesn't work. Why doesn't that work? Because this is the sickness of the game. When you make a large road and there are no buildings there, it kind of widens the road for some reason. I don't really understand why it happens. So let's just leave it there. And then this one, buildings will be removed. Okay, fine. We leave it there as well. That way. And then here, we make this also a bus lane. To be honest, I'm not sure if this will be more effective. We did destroy some houses. But I think overall it's better for the place. It has a wider reach. Yep, does that look good? It does. Alright. And then we can also add... oh yes, first and foremost, let's change the buses. It's an embarrassment having these buses still for one of the biggest cities in our town, in our country. So let's take this one probably. A bendy bus. Bendy buses can take 60 passengers. Wow. Why not? Bendy buses are nice. Replace everything. Yes. And only 5 vehicles. Interesting. Where's the bus stop? Bus depot here. Okay, let's add one more. Add it to the existing line in Rothbury. Nice. That should at least get you guys started. Alright. Actually, it doesn't cover even the entire place, but yeah, it's just too humongous now. Look at how populated and how dense this city is. Anyway, should be fine. Right. Do we add one more direction? I think we should, just to cover all our bases. So we say this one is going... let's turn that on so we have a guide. Start from here, but go the opposite direction. Why does it go that way? Oh, there you go. Now it's smart. And of course, it picks the gray line, so we can't see anything. It's brilliant that way. There you go. Just tracing it back the way it came from. all the way until it returns. There. Okay, good. Now if we put that as orange, maybe it should be identical to the other line. Is it? It is. Alright, perfect. So now we add some buses there, and let's maybe add 6 buses as well. Take the orange bendy bus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add you to the line 1. Let's say this is bus Rothbury clockwise. Alright. Let's auto replace you with the orange ones. Turn that on. Just double check here. That has the good replacement already. Okay. Thank you. Alright, no more old school buses in this town at least. We'll see how it goes. And then you guys said I did put a wrong signal somewhere. I'm not really sure where it is. I put it in the middle instead of on the side. Let me take a closer look. That looks correct. That looks correct. On the right here, on the left there, yes. Here, on the right here. Right here, on the left there. It's correct though. Maybe you guys were referring to another line, huh? Look at all the waiting people already. Looks like we'll need a lot more buses. Let's check the frequency. Frequency is 87 seconds. I think that's good enough. Let's leave it for now. Right. I'm not sure where the wrong signal is. Or the floating signal or whatever you guys were talking about. But let me know in the comments again, right? I can't see it. Let's go to the south and see if it's maybe there. Maybe in here. Okay. Double check. Ah, this one. Yeah, good catch. Good catch. Yep, so that should be that way. And one way. Right? Good. This one, it's good. Alright, we're good here. Alright, next challenge is to connect this all the way to the end here to staining. Now, this looks like a pretty quiet town. Very peaceful, minimal cars, but we will change that in a bit. We will wreak havoc and introduce public transportation in this city, and they'll never hear the end of it. Wow, look at this. Should we just make a simple terminal station? Because that might be the best thing. But it's a bit too plain, to be honest. So maybe we can have one of these Dusseldorf stations. 2 tracks, 240 meters, high speed. Different track length, no. Catenary, yes. It's a bit expensive, but it actually fits with the theme. If you look at this town, the building quite fits. So there. Yeah, we can have something like that. We can have a bus stop at the opposite side, and that should be good enough. Methinks. Like so. We actually have a connection there as well. We can model that for them. No bus. Yeah, look at that. The medium street is wider than the normal one. Super weird. Maybe that's a small one, but the small one is looking different. Yeah, let's leave it. Let's leave it to grow on its own. That looks really cool, actually. Deutschbahn. We do have this over at what place was that? Over here at the Western Port. What's the name of you? Down over all the way here in Stockport. Yes, that one. This one is bigger though, has 4 lanes and everything. Yeah, very well developed. The one we have is a bit smaller, but it's actually looking pretty cozy. And we can add 2 bumper signal thingy and here bumper as depot things, just to keep it simple. End it there, end it there. Yeah, let's remove that icon. Now the trick is, how do we connect all the way to that place? So we'll probably need to elevate as well, but at some point we can go down, maybe when we're nearing, because this is uphill. So this way we probably need to have a bridge, but then when it goes up here, actually slowly crawl down to the ground in time to merge with this down. Yeah, that seems to make a lot of sense. Right, let's try it. Let's try it. How should it work, guys? We'll see. Some buildings will be removed, that's fine. Why does that look different? That actually looks quite different. It does, doesn't it? It has those railings instead of the concrete ones. Compare that with this one. Oh, it's actually the same. Okay, my bad. I thought it was looking different. Oh no, they all have those railings. Where did I see something different? One sec. I have to close this topic. So this one is, yeah, this one. Look at that. This one looks different. No railings. I'm not sure what triggers it. If it's from a mod or not. Yeah, look at these. Anyway, let's get back to it. It's all good. So as long as it's the same. So we stay up. There's the target. We slowly bend, I would say. Let me move, please. Thank you. There we go. That actually looks pretty good. Take that. And go straight as well here. And just clear the city. Look how easy that was. Beautiful. Thankfully it cooperated and it didn't seem to hit anything on the way. That's actually looking pretty nice. Awesome. We'll need to create a public transpo here, by the way. Create a bus system there or a tram system. Probably bus would fit better because it's in the outskirts. Okay, that looks a bit different, I think. No, it doesn't. Okay, let me move. There, it's lowering down now. Perfect. There we go. That's what I want. That's what I want. And from here, we just connect. Rip. Why are you being a tunnel? It might have been too near the mountain. Oh yeah, there's a contour here. That's true. Regardless, there's a huge contour here, so we'll have to push through it. But it'll even out anyway, so that's fine. Go out. There we go. So we touch that instead. It's going to be a pretty interesting route. Coming from here, they'll be entering a tunnel, going under, exiting here, and rising up, making a bridge all the way. Actually looks like a pretty scenic route. Might not be the most efficient, but in terms of looks, I like it. Right? Can you be cooperative and just dig as well all the way? Yes, you can. Now the question is, how do we merge out of here? And I chose this track to merge into instead of the other one because maybe, who knows, maybe we use this for something else. Probably not, but just in case. Yeah, so we connect there somewhat. If we exit from here, That looks good. There we go. Why did I cancel? Just go and do it straight like that. Perfect. Now the problem is going to be the signals. This one in particular is not, but once we enter the tunnel, that's going to be where the tricky part is. So let's maybe just add one here, just to keep it simple for our lives. One there and one, come on, there. Thank you. And then one outside. How far is that? So next one should be probably here. And next one is going to be here. Or, yeah, this is where it gets tricky. Have to be the right angle because this is a bridge. It's actually looking perfect. Looking really perfect there. Yes, and one more here probably, right before entering the station. Then we make everything one way. Make sure no trains get confused when we change something in the tracks, like how it did do before, like how it used to before. Just keep on doing so and so. Almost there, guys. Hang tight, stay with me. And we should be ready to start our new line pretty soon. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, there you go. And this one probably doesn't connect anywhere, but let's just connect this anyway here, just so it looks good. Collision? Really? And I thought it would look nice. That would have been wonderful. Can I change that a bit? Maybe I just go straight. It wouldn't even let me join there. Oh man. Well, that kind of sucks then. I guess we don't have a choice then. Let's just leave it blank like that. Alright. Now on to the bus stops. This one needs a stop right opposite the station. Can it fit inside? Not really. Yeah, so let's just have a fancy bus stop here. This one is what I like the best. Flip it over and that should be enough. Okay, we can move it here. Fine. Compromise. Okay. That one is good. Let's place another one at the end here. Like maybe here, on the right. I like that better. Eventually the city will grow and eventually there will be buildings here, but for now I think that should be enough. Now for the routing, I think we can actually, oh look at that, that looks very, very nice. Let's take that, let's make that a route. That looks really scenic, going around the mountain like that. And in here, but you know what? I think for buses it won't fit there exactly. I think for buses we have to go through the main road and just go around a bit. Yeah, we just did them a favor, but not really going to use it for our buses. Okay, so we do it this way. Let's add these stops. Let's turn on the districts so we know where the general direction should be. Let's place one right after turning. Let's place one right after turning again. And then we go back. Where should we go? Here, I guess. And then we're there already. It's quite a big, it's quite an easy loop. So we just do that. Here, here, here and there, and then let's go around. Why not? Go back the same way and then start again from there. Okay, let's make that pink just for a change, and let's mark that as just Kirkby. Bus and Kirkby. Good. Now for the depot, we can easily put one right next to here. That looks kind of perfect actually. Yep. And let's get, I don't know how many, maybe 3 buses. Let's make you pink. Is that good enough? 91 seconds. I think that should be fine for now. So that should connect people here. We need one more network in here now, a different one. Now this can make a little bit of a loop, I guess, if we add some roads in. If we add like a road here and then go around, that kind of works. And then we close it off like that. So we can have a little bit of a loop there. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Let's add another stop here, a terminal. Now this is perfect. Yeah, that looks perfect. I really wish they had a terminal here though, a bus terminal inside. Probably wouldn't fit though. It might have been too big. And then we put some bus stops along the way. So we go maybe here. It turns around. Yeah, you can have a stop there. Turn on the districts. Can go here, I guess. Another stop in here. Another stop in the commercial district. Cross over and stop here and go around. Yes, so how it would look is something like, of course it's gray again, let's change it immediately. That one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it goes back. Actually, we can have one more here. Yeah, one more would be nice. One more right before turning probably would be a good deal. One more there. Yes. And then we can have another line which goes the opposite way. 1, 2. Yeah, something like that. 6, 7, and 8. That's the right thing to do at least. There you go. Doesn't cover everything, but it's a good start. And those buses. And let's get one of each. Not the bendy bus, just this one. Because this is just a small town. Yellow, 1, 2, 3. Add you to that one. And this one, 1, 2, 3. Add you to that one. So if we name that correctly, this should be staining. Yeah, staining. Staining counterclockwise, was it? Bus counterclockwise. Is it? No, it's clockwise. My bad. Okay, maybe C. Clockwise. And the other one is staining. Bus counterclockwise. Perfect. Nice. Alright, so we have it. Let's continue. Now we can have a line for the train. So we basically have, of course, get an orange one, starting from this station, going to this one, and finally ending in here. Does that work? Actually, this is orange as well. Let's go and change it. Blue one, why not? There you go. So it ends here in Altrincham. It goes both ways. It should go back here. That's true. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then loop 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So it stops both ways. It's perfect. Now for the train, I think we pick something that's a bit simpler. Or maybe not. Maybe not. How about another Stadler flirt? This isn't a big town though, so we can't. It doesn't fit if we make it too hardcore. So maybe let's take a Stadler flirt, this one, since it's a blue line anyway. And let's add one. Add it to the line. Let's have a look at the frequency. That's 7 minutes. Let's buy one more. I like the sound of that. 4 minutes, one more. 150 seconds. That's actually, I think, perfect already. And let's make this the train. South to Staining. That's the final destination at least. Okay, is that good? These are beautiful trains. Perfect for the line color as well. Nice. So that's all set. They do have their own platform in here, so that shouldn't be a problem. We are getting trains in. Let me have a look at the train here. Are we losing money? We are losing money, but only barely. 7.94. If you remember, initially this was like negative 27 million. So we are earning 20 million more than before. That's a good progress actually. Yeah, we're getting more passengers. In terms of the plane though, the plane isn't doing very good, to be honest. I'm not sure why. Can people not reach this place? I mean, is it because of the frequency of the trains that they can't reach it so much? Alright, let's see how many people will drop off here. There are some people there. So, yeah, no one actually left. Yeah, no one left. Crap. I like the sounds though of the train. Okay, this one, there are 42. Let's see if anyone will drop off here. If there isn't anyone, maybe let's do that thing again with the buses, like a coach express that takes them from the airport to, from the platform, from the train to the airport directly. Maybe we'll do something like that just as an alternative. I'm not sure if they would like that more, but I'm assuming people who would take the train, who would take the plane, would take the train because it's faster. Alright. Someone did drop by one person. As in literally one person. RIP. And where's that guy? Where's that guy who dropped off? Gone with the wind. I'm not sure where he went. To limbo, I don't know. Can we connect this? Can we connect that? No? Oh man, that sucks. That would have been so nice. Yeah, it's a bit limited in that way. Can't actually connect here because it's part of the airport, technically speaking. Alright then. Alright, so if we're going to connect that, we can make a bus terminal here probably, just to see if... Okay, let's give it one more chance, alright? One more chance. 14 people in here. Will anyone drop off? Or will I need to make a bus here? Because before, if you remember, we were filling people with planes. We were filling planes with people. Yeah, right now no one is doing that anymore. I don't like it. And there's one person going back and using the plane. Rip. Yeah, let's make it more accessible. Let's add a fancy station. Wow, it's humongous. How about this one? Does it fit with the theme? Kinda does. Yeah, let's go with that. There. Alright. And then let's say we add a stop from where's the terminal? Wow. Why is the terminal all the way there now? Wait a minute, has the city grown that much? Yeah, it seems it has. Look at that. It's grown this big. Before, I remember we put the train station somewhere at the end of the city. Now it's all the way here. Interesting. Okay. So we can maybe get a coach from there. Make it, I don't know, yellow. Bright yellow from there to here. Yes. So I say bus Alfreton Airport South. Airport. Maybe that way. And we add, I don't know how many buses. It might not earn anything actually, but who knows, it might just work. Don't we have any bus depots here anymore? Oh, there it is. Missed it. Let's get colorful ones. These ones. The Spangler. 1, 2, 3 I guess would be fine. Assign you to the Alfreton Airport. That is 137 seconds in frequency. That should be good. That should be good. Let's take one more just for the sake of frequency. Alright. That's 102 seconds, alright. Hopefully that's fine with you. Okay, so that goes straight towards this base. Now we can get one more by placing another line from here. I think a bus is compatible here, right? Yeah, bus and tram is both applicable there. Let's keep that green maybe. Let's have a bus depot. Don't have a bus depot most likely. We have a tram depot. Can I fit there? No. Collision. Alright, let's stick here then. Let's get a coach. Which can take... let's get the Fern bus again. 1, 2, 3. 3 should be fine. Because this is a fairly short route. So yeah, it's 52 seconds frequency. That's more than enough. Let's say this is the bus. Ledbury Airport. Okay. Looking good. Now if that does anything, I'm not really sure. But we will see. We will see. People aren't using the planes at all, which has the opposite effect. Maybe because we connected them via trains, they're taking the trains instead. But I don't think that makes sense. The trains would take forever to get to the north. Like if they were to go here, that would be so far away. It would take so long. North, south, just one person. Interesting. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. We'll leave it for a while to marinate and we'll see how it works later on. Also, we'll have to start exploring the cargo side of things. There are a lot of resources here waiting to be tapped. A farm, producing plant for food. Oh, that looks perfect. We can provide food here. Yeah, probably next episode we'll start with that. because a lot of people are actually requesting to improve the buses, the bus lanes, and you can see there are a lot of waiting people there. But at this point, things are just so complicated with the cities. They're too cramped that I don't think it provides much benefit anymore. Maybe all we can do is add more trams, but I don't think anything else would matter that much. Let's maybe add 4 trams here. Train Chatham, 49 seconds. No, that's not the one. Tram Chatham is 1.63, 24 seconds. Wow, look at that. So yeah, maybe that will help, but we probably will not waste time to recreate the bus lanes in each city, because that will be too much and it might be too cumbersome for some folks. Right? Oh, there's one person here going to the airport. So they might like this better actually. There's 3 now. So what you guys recommended, I think it was Jesse or someone who recommended to keep the lines going to the airport, the direct buses. Maybe there is some benefit to it. Maybe. I don't really know. Let's see. How about here? Someone waiting on that one. Yeah, look at that. 22 people waiting on the bus. I think for that short distance, they might like the bus better. Maybe because it's cheaper. So they take a bus and then they take a plane, or maybe they take the bus and then they ride a train here. I don't know, that doesn't make sense, but maybe it does. That's what happens. Anyway, yeah, let's monitor how things work. We'll continue with the next episode. We'll probably look at some freight opportunities, and we'll tap the resources here in the south. Wow, we're running out of space, guys. We're actually starting to tap almost everything now. Well, not everything, but a lot. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that episode. Let me just zoom in a bit and get a bit of train and bus action in here. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully you liked the video. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates. In the meantime, this is the Clumsy Geek signing off. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a nice day. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.